Surprise! I'm back here. I just replayed City, and I managed to keep the hat. It's not as difficult as I remember it being. I was thinking I didn't have to get... I had to avoid getting hit at all. But actually, the hat has its own separate hurt box, which I do think if a projectile runs into it, it disappears. I think that's what happened when I first played City. But yeah, I'm going on a bit of a side quest with the hat because it does amount to something. To get back to this world, you just go to Yumtown and you enter the World 1 portal. I showed that off before. But I wanted to start recording here because I noticed a few differences. Like if you walk along these... Maybe I'm just not remembering correctly, but I think the melody's different. Could be I've just never walked on it for this long. Maybe it is the same melody. I haven't checked again. I just thought I would remember it well, but maybe not. Clearly this guy wasn't joking about his cultist friend. That seemed like a one-off thing, but he was being serious. And it mattered. This portal takes you to World 2, but you might wonder, why can't you go to Crocodibli's castle again? That's why. Damn it. Give me that fourth hammer back. We need it. So anyway, now I want to grab the other hat from World 3. And then I have to go back to World 2. It's a little convoluted, but it's probably one of the most obscure secrets. Oh, I also realized when you go back to World 1, all of your power-ups from World 2 are disabled. So you can't actually make the Mibibli stage easier, which I'm actually fine with. I just thought it was possible earlier. Right, so Monday. I do like the little effects that show you the level tile set. Makes it a lot easier to tell what's what. And now I have 2 hats. So next, I want to go to water, if you remember that NPC there. That's what happens when you replay a stage you've already cleared in this world. You don't get to do the sequence again. Because I guess you destroy the time acceleration device in each level when you use it. And just like when I tried to replay Flying Crumb Ship to beat Gas Man, when I replayed City, what am I trying to say? I didn't have to fight Angry Factor Ibli again, which is nice. That would have made it slightly harder, but only slightly, because that boss is really easy. Why am I blanking on... Oh wait, was water here? Yeah, because Flying Crumb Ship's up here. This is Eggs, Nightmare, Crystal Cars, Digital Land, Suburb, yeah. Process of elimination. I remembered every level except the one I have to go to. And hopefully I won't mess this up, because there's some chance I lose one of the hats before I get to where I'm headed. So there's... wait, there's not too much to get there. Maybe I could do... I'm paranoid. Alright. I'll just have to start over. It's not that big of a deal, but... Okay, made it. City is definitely the hard part, I would say. So now I just gotta go down here and... What kind of enemies were there? Right, I'll just use mine missiles. Oh no, that's not gonna work actually. Maybe this. Yeah. Okay. Home free. So this guy said if he sees 2 hats or more, he's gonna lose his mind. So, look at me, dude. Yep. Walnut World -1, welcome to Glitch Zone. Uh-huh. Pattern 8. I was only here once before. Yeah, this place is really messed up. Look at the damn tile set. Oh, that lets you mess with... I don't even know how that would work. So this place is really weird and messed up, and apparently Ryan couldn't fix all the problems with it, so it's prone to crashes and other problems, but I guess he didn't bother because it sort of suits the area. It's basically an endless randomized thing. I don't know if hitting the buttons does anything anymore. But I'm pretty sure he made a lot of individual sections for this place. Oh, hi. Void block. Oh, you're so beefy that I guess you count as a mini-boss. Void block doesn't insta-kill the old man. I'm curious how long I can keep the hats in here. And how long I can survive in general, because this starts getting very silly. Wait. Where'd one of my hats go? I mean, maybe I can find the other type of hat in here? Oh no. Oh, that's kind of evil, actually. Oh, but the timer is really generous. I think I'll just keep going until I see a lot of repeating things, or specifically when I stop seeing new things. Right, I can do that. Kinda hard to see your life with this background. But hey, just don't get hit. You know? Uh-oh, I'm just gonna go. The life is not worth it. The game doesn't keep track of how far you've gotten in here. It's really just for fun, and that's it. But still, maybe you can count the screens if you're curious. If you want to try and... Oh. A lot of different gimmicks can show up here, huh? If you want to try and survive longer than me, is what I was trying to say. Well, this is bad. I guess good a time as any to do that. But there's even more. That's rough. That didn't take very long. Come to think of it, does this mean that there are only 9 unique patterns in here? I guess that would make sense. Oh, there's an invisible NPC right here. That's how he did the dialogue box. I suppose this is cool. It's sort of like the minus world in Mario. What was it? It was an endless water level, I think. I seem to remember that. Oh, you only get one cross total. That's right. Wait, is that? Yeah. It's the petrifying projectile of the Angry Rock boss. Huh. Oh, and it still has a limited lifetime. I see. Oh, no. I see the projectile shooters are invisible. I think you could actually dodge those. Yeah, I'll just cycle through different patterns to show off as much of this as I can. And once I get a game over, I think that's it. Except I don't actually remember if you could get out of here or not. I think you could. Or maybe I just relaunched the game. It's been too long. Oh, factory. This place is eerie. I'm expecting to see something horrible for some reason. More so than usual. Although I don't think Mibibli is like the most disturbing game in the world or anything. It's just bizarre. I said the word again. I think those are probably the hardest screens. I'm sure there's some way to get through those that I'm just not thinking of, but I don't think I did one. Oh god. That's not nice. Oh, I could have grabbed the life. Oh, the side of the photo bot is not even visible in here. Yeah, the background changes every transition. Why didn't I notice that earlier? It's been pretty stable thus far. Oh, maybe those are kind of a spoiler. Pretty sure it's assets from all over the game, as well as their logic. This is my last shot, so I'm gonna try and go as far as I can. Oh, there's that gimmick. When I was describing these things, it just seemed obvious to me, but I forgot to mention that they actually propel you in the direction they're pointing in. Yeah, I guess maybe that's the way to do it. I actually made it through one of those screens. Oh, wow. Instantly projectiles. I think the AoE can hit them as well, so that's good. But if you're not at full life, I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I think the exact positions of enemies are random. Wonder if the amount of time you get is random. That would be mean. Oh, you could end up losing everything to that. I do wonder how the void block is coded. Maybe mini bosses and bosses just... What the... Oh, I see. That was strange. Completely broke my concentration. Maybe mini bosses and bosses are just coded to take damage, whereas enemies just die. Wait, what happens if I... Oh, it's just a visual thing, and the paint roller itself damages you, I think. Huh. Not sure I ever internalized that, but... How often do you see paint rollers in weird places like that? Okay, yeah, that's it. That was a tough one. Oh yeah, you can keep going. Well, maybe that's why these spikes are here. Awkward as it is, with the lack of menus, I do think just getting a game over on purpose to leave a level works. So is this gonna take me out? Yeah, okay. Great. Don't even have to relaunch the game. So that's the glitch world. A novelty. Engage at your own discretion. The game might crash or something. Or so I've heard. Now, I could read my notes before I go into the hub world, because I don't want to die to random orbs. Oh, I mentioned the first thing that the guy from World 1 did give a hammer to a cultist friend. Oh, remember in Tuesday, which the track is called Spikes and Stuff, by the way, I was dying to that one reducer orb right before the midway checkpoint. I was being dumb. Maybe you realized yourselves, but... yourselves? I don't know how to refer to my watchers. Anyway, same difference, I guess. I could have used Crystal Zone for that one as well. It's close enough to the top platform where all the healing pickups are. And I think there are so many healing pickups, so you have the time to build up crystals. Even if you didn't prep them on the previous screen. So yeah, if I just did that. But I do think that rushing through the blocks is the speedrun way to do it. It's just way more dangerous. I wonder if it's worth it in the long run, if you can get past the other reducer, or maybe if you use the cross there. Maybe that is the place to use the cross. For the last reducer orb. Oh, and speaking of Tuesday, that artist tombstone, it's probably the guy from Art Zone. I'm pretty sure I was overthinking that. I think it's the lack of music. And for some reason I was looking at the bathrooms in an imposing way. I don't even know why. Interesting what this game will do to you. 2 levels remain. Let's see if I can do them. We could actually see the ending in this video, depending on how well I do. Wednesday, yep. Wednesday and Friday are all that's left. This is Toxic Water. Not just the gimmick, the track is called that. Here lies swimming fish, lover of water, rest in peace. You're telling me all the water got contaminated? What the hell happened while I was gone? And is Crocodibly responsible, or is this world just crazy? Great, now I'm thinking of Samurai Jack, because I just realized. I like how that closes and forces you to rush through here. Oh no, that's... yeah. Toxic overload. First time that's happened. But now the gimmick is taken to its extreme. Yeah, my brain made a connection between Crocodibly and Aku. I would do a parody of the Samurai Jack opening, but I can't come up with a unique variation. This is another place where you could skip an entire screen with a cross. Very useful on Insanity Shuffle. Remember, this was absolute hell there. Or maybe I was terrible. Who knows? Maybe that's why that healing's there. Not so bad, right? Well, on Insanity Shuffle, that screen is cluttered with crap. I do like this. Upside down water. It's cool. Okay, we gotta rush through now. This is cool level design, actually. If you can dodge these, it's absolutely worth it to go down here so you don't insta-die, but it's incredibly dangerous. Ah, I forgot about that fish. It's weird, but I'm actually very close to the end of the game. This is the kind of game that could end at any time and it wouldn't be strange. As long as it's long enough. Like, what would a proper conclusion to Mibibli look like? I couldn't tell you, and I love this game, and I'm thinking about it way too hard. Okay. This is rather dangerous. Oh, was that the fish from... Nice that it catches you here. Alright. This is sort of a mini-boss. It's really cool, actually. So that's what those notes in the glitch zone were. Oh, Explode Dash, you're so good. Could actually use my cross on the next screen. Curses. Although I can't exactly remember what was... Oh, I think I kind of do, actually. Now that I thought about it for a second. I do think I remember most of this level. Okay, why am I failing at that? I should just jump immediately, or maybe double jump over. Maybe that's safer. I definitely think those jellyfish are just there to trick you into dying to the water. Yeah, that works. That's the way. If your approach is failing you, try something different. Maybe you're just doing things the hard way. I do not care for this fish. Okay, that was good. Now, where were we? I want a rematch. God damn it. I think mine missiles are probably the best idea because they can always hit it. And they do deal the same damage. Plus they won't miss here. So yeah, that's good. But I do think Void Block can kill it even faster when it drops down. Ah, this isn't toxic. Here lies Flying Fish, lover of air. Rest in peace. And so I guess they were two different characters. More of these guys in different environments, which is cool. That wasn't so bad. They don't give you much healing here, though. I guess I could try to kill those before I grab it. Yeah. Void Block, I think, would be too hard to use that there anyway. Should work out with mine missiles as well. Okay. I do like that the conveyor switches direction to push you into the middle on the previous screen. It's a nice touch. Yeah, that's not so bad. just gotta jump out of the middle before you fall if you want the HP. Oh no, I forgot about that. Almost messed it up. Okay, yeah, mine missiles are just the solution to all your problems here. That was another accidental explode dash. Good thing for the double jump. That's what it was. Oh well. Here lies Egg Alien. Egg, 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 egg. Rest in peace. Oh, yeah, you do have to drop down. There's nothing up there. Even though you could get up there. More of these guys. I guess you could consider this the level's boss fight, sort of. It's an endurance battle. Ah. Yeah, there's even a pre-boss checkpoint sort of situation. I keep forgetting that when you die, it defaults to the shuriken. Damn. I do have a cross. I neglected to use it so far. I am sort of following the idea of the cross and rampant explode dashing are for when I'm struggling with a level. So maybe if I get a game over here or something. Okay. Although I could use the cross. This isn't the end. There's more. Hence why you get some healing here. So, yeah, I'll shoot a bit. When things get hairy, I'll use the cross. Again, that's what I meant by endurance battle. Although I'm starting to get the hang of their patterns now. Cross for style points, I guess. Exactly enough. The music stopped. Because that's it. I do like that a lot. No traditional boss fight, just mini bosses. I do think the last few waves are just like, you could make a point that the rooms are not different enough, so you're just kind of doing the same thing over and over again. But I get it, you have to be consistent. Because they're not the beefiest enemies in the world. And yeah, now is just Friday. Yeah, I think this will be... You'll see the normal ending of the game in this video. I'm almost certain of that. Though I might be jinxing it, because Friday is not really easy, and I'm also going to do something in it the hard way, let's say. Behold this nightmarish landscape. Yeah, those are Mibibli's on nooses. Here lies Mibibli, left half of body. Rest in pieces. I was waiting for a rest in pieces joke. Here lies Mibibli, right half of body. Rest in pieces. This whole tile set looks like it's upside down, and yes, those are upside down blood waterfalls. And the music here, and the blood rain particles. This is maybe my favorite level in the game. And it's tough as nails. I think this is... It's befitting for this to be the last level I do. Even the background is the one from, I think, the second hub world. But it's inverted and upside down. That's what happens if you shoot these guys. It's not great. So I'm gonna try not to hit them whenever possible. And yeah, again, the frogs are reused. This is some blood that's stuck to the bottom of, or the top of this platform. It's a very surreal level. If you hit it, it flies up. You can sort of mess with it there and figure out how it works, because here, you pretty much have to do that. Yeah, the blood falls take you up. It's actually a very fun level. I like how nightmarish it is, that's for sure. Nightmares are kind of cool sometimes. They're memorable. Oh, even the strange inverted sun is up there. Just like in, Sunday, was it? With the boss? Anyway. And the slug puzzle. Oh, look! Evil Mibibli. Who also demonstrates how to get through here, which is awesome. Dashing into that wall is probably your best bet. Damn. I wasn't ready. Same as before. I think you could use mine missiles to deal with some enemies later on, but I otherwise don't think I really use different weapons for the level itself. Which implies that I do use them for something else. I think you could explode dash through him to go faster. Oh, be careful now. Nearly fumbled that for no good reason. Oh yeah, he goes that way. These projectiles are really cool. Oh. After him! This is awesome. Oh, the spikes, that's right, the frickin' spikes. Get back here. Here lies Mibibli. Again, rest in peace. How many pieces that you tear me into? Oh, I also like occasionally when the potion is just barely out of reach. That's clever. It's not a big deal, but an extra challenge to refill your lives is in theory kind of a devious thing to do in a difficult level. I like this distortion effect around Mibibli here. Adds something to this place. And the background here, are those crosses supposed to be right side up, but since everything's upside down, much like the tombstone, they're inverted crosses? I guess that's what's going on. The other two elements, your guess is as good as mine, I have no idea. This place is bizarre, and yeah, you have to fight these at this point. Void Block can destroy the body and the head in one fell swoop. And if you remember from earlier, they scroll with the screen. But I think you can still ignore them here for the most part. Kinda. Maybe I could just take the Bloodfall and avoid these guys. That's extremely dangerous, actually. Yeah, no. I should probably take them out. But that would be the fast way. To just avoid them. This is the safe but slow way. Oh no. I guess that's the problem with my missiles. I fired too many at once, probably. If I do the speedrun eventually, I'll have to learn how to do all of this without resorting to the slow and easy tactics like this. I think practice should be fairly easy to do, though. You just go into a hub on a completed save and you practice all the levels. The problem is you can't practice the bosses. Well, I'll elaborate. There's more to say about the bosses, but I'll elaborate later. And even more of them. Uh-oh. Might have to explode dash through that, depending on how it lines up. Yeah, that's what I was going for. I still feel like I should kill all of them, but I don't know. Ah, right. That's a really good way of taking them out. Uh-oh. Kind of mean to make you drop down like that, but you do have a double jump and stuff, so... that's why you're in that exact spot. That's a suspicious amount of healing. Yup. Here lies Mibibli. Rest in peace. Is that supposed to imply that Mibibli was torn in, what, like 14 different pieces? Or more, because there's one more plus after the second Mibibli is spelled out. Again, never thought about that too much. Yep, full healing, a checkpoint, no music. Here goes nothing. So the evil Mibibli mirrors your movement, fires noose Mibiblis at you, and if you shoot, he shoots. And those projectiles are very high velocity, very difficult to dodge. But I'm gonna try to... There are ways to cheese this, similar to like Shadow Link or something. You can't cross over to the other side of the screen without getting hurt, which is kind of scary. I kind of love this music, by the way. Yeah, that's the thing you don't want to do. And if I'm standing too far back, I can't hit him with the shuriken projectiles, so... Ooh, I hit him once. Yeah, doing this the hard way is... I'm calling it that for a reason. I guess one slightly less stupid option, because one thing you could do... I'm afraid I'm going to hit these, so I can't really demonstrate. Maybe over here. You can hold down the fire button once with the shuriken and do that. And he'll only shoot once, and you can jump over it. That's what I was trying to do. But this maybe makes more sense, because I can face away, start holding down, face him, release. So this is going to be slow, but it should work. I just need to remember to turn around before I press the button. Which I'm really failing at now. You could always wait for the new Siblies to... I think that's what they were called. To go past you before you fire. So yeah, slow and steady, this will work. But there is another option. A really fast option and a less fast but much easier to execute option. Simple as this boss is, I do quite like it. Do I want to try the... Maybe I'll try the quick one. Although it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world. That's what it is. Yeah, that's really fast, as you can see. I guess I'll just demonstrate everything, because he doesn't do anything else. And the super easy to execute option is just slugs. Because they do shoot both ways, so yeah. That works. I think this boss fight's gonna be really free on a speedrun with the fast method. And there we go. Casually, slugs. Stupid challenge runaway. No void block, just... I think it was called Charge Stream, the shuriken upgrade. And void block is for speedrunners. I guess that's how we can look at that fight. Or was this the Charge Stream? Anyway. Some of the names escape me. I'm terrible with names in general, by the way. And that's it. 0 days remaining. Nothing new with any of these guys. Oh, that orb's in my way. This place is very red. Oh, right. Yeah, I did read that. What am I doing? It's very blood-like, but Friday is the bloodiest. He's gone. And this is also exclusive to the... Look at that transition, by the way. That's so cool. This is also exclusive to the Steam version. On title screen. So now you know exactly what you have to do for this. It's pretty obvious. I don't know. This whole thing is a little strange to me, but I'll talk about that later when I actually do it. It's cool. It's definitely worth doing. But anyway. Spoilers. I'm gonna proceed to the right, but I will show first. You may enter only if you are a true hero. True heroes never ever take the easy path. I think you specifically need to play on Mibibli difficulty. Otherwise, the sheep will be over here where I'm standing. Somewhere. And you won't be able to pass. And I guess it's a callback to the farm animals in the first hub world. But yeah, what's down there will be the subject of the next video, likely. What happened, Crocodibly? Didn't think I'd wait for you to die of old age? Oh yeah. Is it a wig, or did we actually scalp him? Best not to think about it. I really like the music there. So dramatic for no reason. I don't know what these little particles flying away are supposed to be. Birds, maybe? Yeah, that number 2 down there definitely signifies unfinished business. But for now, gotta grab this. Huzzah! I guess. The world. Saved! Mibibli's quest has come to an end. However, a final boss does not exist, and Mibibli could not help but feel disappointed. Yep, that's the end of the game. Basically everything, Ryan Melmoth. Josh, is that the other guy? You're welcome, Ryan. Now we can see all the names. Dark Ibli, it was. I'll exclude the word Ibli. I don't think I'll be able to read all of this anyway. Insect, photo, pencil, elephant, farm animals, laser frog, box pib, and the broken one, golden rider. Oh, it's just plus and hashtag. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, it is supposed to be a moon. That's why I was thinking that. You know, every self-respecting game needs an enemy roll call. Maybe that's a variation on the joke. Maybe I'll just start saying that with tropes I like. Every self-respecting game, yada yada. And yeah, that thing was Planet Worm. Yeah, it's made of planets. For some reason. I'd be surprised if you guessed that. Oh, Demon Ibli. And the bosses. Oh, Alive Factor Ibli. What the hell? Why did I think it was Angry Factor Ibli? Well, I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. And all of the NPCs in one big ball. I love that, actually. And this goddamn thing. The only thing that doesn't end in Ibli, and yeah, we have Insanity Shuffle now, so I could move on to that, but not yet. Not yet. And I think Friday was foreshadowing this. Because it did say, one half of the body, the other half of the body, and then there was a third tombstone that was also Mibibli. I guess you could imagine that Friday is just all of the lives you've lost along the way. Maybe it's like Super Meat Boy in that way. Every death is canon. Maybe that's what Ryan was going for there. But yeah. And in fact, I don't remember if I could go back to the title screen from here, so I guess I'll call it for now. And I'll be back to go down the Golden Sheep path. Thank you for watching.